Yeah, I always like edit out the first like minute or so. Just trying to get everything situated.
You should keep this in. You should get me looking in the mirror and fixing my hair.
Absolutely.
And you saying that you edit out the first minute.
I always fuck up the first minute or two. Usually,
how do you fuck up?
I put my dick out in the first 90 seconds
to
get myself comfortable, and then I edit that out.
Oh, okay.
Would you like a drink?
I got water down here.
Some water. You can put it on the table if you like.
It's pretty.
That's true. You don't want to get in the way of your face.
I mean, I don't think it's gonna block my face, but put it down here. I like to do a little subtle reach.
Yeah.
Keep it down here. People don't even know what's going on.
I still have to drink out of a can till I'm getting a kegerator put in the next couple of weeks. I'm pretty excited about that.
A keg?
Like a beer on tap.
Right. Nice.
Yeah. I'm doing a little bit at a time. I got the room painted a few days ago.
Do you think I never heard of a keg before, the way I said that?
I think you're like
a keg? What the heck is that?
Drink? A drink keg? I had Tao on yesterday.
The Asian chick.
Yes.
Did you guys talk about me?
I don't think she remembers you.
Oh,
I was like, she was like, all white people look alike.
She
and I was like, well, you know.
She no remember me white man? She no remember the bad white man?
No, I think she was like that towards everybody. Like she was
really?
like, yeah. And she was like, I wanted to go up there and upset everybody. I was like, oh, good luck.
Well, she upset me. It really upset me when she was calling me white. I don't like to be called white.
I lost a few nights of sleep.
No, I really did, man. I haven't slept since Monday. I really worked up about it.
I got my fucking lighter over there. That's not gonna be good.
So, do you put these on YouTube?
Yeah, I
YouTube.
Yes. Mine's slowly working in OnlyFans, but it's building blocks.
Well, I think people get pretty upset at folks with OnlyFans who post content and don't get naked. So
that is wrong. That is wrong.
And even if you tell them in the description too, like, hey, I don't post nudes here, but I still want money for the.
I mean, as crazy as that sounds, people will still give money.
Oh, I have given money to a girl who said I don't post nudes here.
Really? I want to hear about that. That sounds interesting.
Yeah.
So you gave money to a girl for not taking her clothes off? Technically that's just dating.
She wants $25 a month for her OnlyFans, and I got it when there was a 50% discount, so I paid $12.50 to see the 11 photos she posted, and there was a couple good ones. There was a couple good ones.
There was a couple bikini pictures.
No, it's her in underwear, she's got big tits and a big ass, and I would like to see that, and if I can't see it naked, I'd like to see it in as little clothes possible. I'm willing to compromise.
Is there a chance in the future for maybe full nude?
I hope so, but I only pay for 1 month and then cancel the redo because I'm not gonna pay again. So I wanted to see what's up here. How good is this?
I feel like that's every guy. They get someone's OnlyFans for the first month and that's it.
Yeah.
Because it's it doesn't you want to see him naked once, the mystique of it.
Yeah.
And then after that, it's oh, well, that was disappointing.
Yeah. Well, there's a couple things to it. It's I'm not really that interested in paying for someone's OnlyFans just because they're attractive. It's usually the thing is if I know them.
Yeah,
if it's a person you know that has if you know them in person and I have an OnlyFans, you can see me naked. Dude, the best ones are, which I don't know if, I think there's one person that I don't know them personally in real life, but I know them through social media and other interactions.
Yeah. During the summer, you see
them, and they're one of the top OnlyFans, in the top percentile of OnlyFans people. She's just high up there, and she actually posts videos not just of her naked, but of her fucking. I like that.
I would love if you told me to a couple that I knew fucked on camera. Like, you want to watch it? I'm like, yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's honestly, it's a dream of mine. That's a little secret dream that I would love to produce porn. Like, I like to shoot it
I
and
can
direct
keep it
it
professional.
and edit.
Yeah.
And so, like, if there's couples that want me to film them fucking and put it together, I will do it. Just out there.
You can throw it out there.
Yeah, I'll throw it out because I can't
plug anything on this show. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, so this is what I'll plug.
You can promote
because I can't really like post this on Facebook. You know what I mean? It's like my grandma and my mom are gonna see like, hey, I want to shoot couples fucking, which I guess is not even as bad as the stuff I do post on Facebook. Like, I'll share my music video for Fuck Jesus Christ, but I won't say I want to shoot porn. I don't know. It just seems like
Dude, those music videos you post fuck me up. They are so goddamn funny.
Oh, thank you.
I'm gonna. Do you care if I put one up?
Oh, yeah.
On the show? Dude, it's fucking hilarious.
And now we're back.
Well, the time is running out. We're going to have Terry do his last song in a minute or two, and we just encourage you, keep watching till the end of December. I think December 28th is our last program for this series. And we thank Shaw Cable. We're very grateful for the opportunity to reach our community and beyond our community in Interlake to win people to Jesus. So God bless you till we see you again. And if I'm not on, then it's going to be Jack, but we're both on fire for God to let you know about Jesus. So God bless you till we see you again. Terry?
Combism in the building. What up, little fucking Christian bitch? Hey, fuck Jesus Christ, boy. I put his head on the crucifix. Hey, fuck Jesus Christ, boy. That fucking Jewish bitch is useless. Hey, fuck Jesus Christ, boy. I put his leg in the blender, boy. Hey, fuck Jesus Christ, boy. Tell him Camboi, that sinner, boy. Catch me sinning in the church. Fuck your granny in a hearse. Fill your collection plate with dirt. This be that terse biblical verse. Call the preacher and the nurse. Blood of Christ up on my shirt. I took a sip and spit it out because I thought it was deserving first. Smoking on that perk where them Ursher boys lurk. In the back on the perch. In my button down shirt. Don't you dare be perturbed when I hit you with these words. I believe that is Jesus deserved to get murdered for sure. Picture Paul Giamatti in the Bible on ice live at the Greensboro Coliseum Friday at 9. He's playing Jesus Christ and the tickets is half price, but it's just an hour of him getting fucked in the ass with a jackknife. Last night I was praying to Christ, saying you should come alive real quick so I can watch you die again, and maybe I could be the one to take your life this time and stick a knife into your side and see your eyes go bad like a Walmart price. Fuck Jesus Christ, boy. I put his head on the crucifix. Hey, fuck Jesus Christ, boy. That fucking Jewish bitch is useless. Hey, fuck Jesus Christ, boy. I put his leg in the blender, boy. Hey, fuck Jesus Christ, boy. Tell him Camboi, that sinner, boy. The Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit can suck my fucking dick and get the fuck up out my business. I ain't into that queer shit. Christians is dipshits. December 25th to me ain't fucking shit but pissmas. A tisket, a tasket. What the fuck is in the basket? The severed head of another fucking Christian faggot. I am into ISIS and I really like it. My favorite part about it is all the virgin hymens. Mary was a fine bitch, but God raped her vagina in the middle of the night with Joseph right by her side. And me, no, like I cannot let this slide. My biggest bone to pick is why was I not invited to it? I try to lucid dream at least 3 times a week about nailing Jesus sexually and by his hands and feet. Beat my meat up in his cheek while I'm giving him a read. Do unto others as you please, just as long as the flow is on fleek. Fuck Jesus Christ, boy. I put his head on the crucifix. Hell, fuck Jesus Christ, boy. That fucking Jewish bitch is useless. Hell, fuck Jesus Christ, boy. white palm, ugly little dummy. Up on thine cross, I got Trojans in my hand, and I'ma use them on this man. Now we choking on Cam, and I'm splooging on his damn belly. Now tell me, how the fuck you gonna judge me when I put the get up to your lawyers, say your and make it fuck me on his second coming when he come up on this earth, and I send his ass back to heaven with that fucking desert bird. Fuck Jesus Christ, what? I put his head on the crucifix. Hell, fuck Jesus Christ, what? That fucking Jewish bitch is useless. Hell, fuck Jesus Christ, what? I put his leg in the blender, boy. Hell, fuck Jesus Christ, what? Tell her Cam be that sinner, boy. Go hard like an Altoid. That shit go hard like a Syrian passport. That shit go hard like a PBR top boy. That shit go hard like a goddamn cowboy.
And now we're back.
Now we're back. I'll figure out a way to put that.
Okay.
Come hell or high water, I'll put that shit in there.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I think everybody ought to have it. Like, I would be less depressed by a pretty big margin if everybody had an OnlyFans at
Just keep it
a reasonable
level playing field.
at a reasonable price. $10 a month. How about that?
For everybody? Now that sounds a little like socialism.
I mean, look,
A socialism OnlyFans.
but
That's a slippery slope.
it's still capitalism because only the top, only the most attractive people are the people you want to see are the ones who are going to make the most money. So
I feel like the price should differ. Like if you just want to crank out those numbers, promote the fuck out of it, but you're not very attractive.
Okay, well, I'm not saying it definitely needs to be 10. I'm saying let's just try to keep it on the reasonable side. Like, again, if
We're
you're
getting deep into this, we might have to do it.
If you're someone who is not even posting nudes, I think $25 a month is pretty goddamn steep. Like, I think
that's high.
I think certainly if you're not posting nudes, it needs to be under $10. And if you are posting nudes, maybe like up to $20 or $25.
25 is the most I would pay for any type of adult entertainment.
I think
whatsoever.
Dude, I think I paid like $60 for someone's Patreon or OnlyFans.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah.
Who was it? Like someone famous? Or
No, it was someone I knew.
Was she hot?
She's attractive, yeah.
She's attractive.
Yeah.
$60 fucking dollars? That's insane.
Like I regretted it immediately
you
after buying
literally
it.
went on Backpage and got you like a hand job from someone who was attractive.
Yeah, but I wouldn't have known them.
I mean, you would have after that.
Yeah, but no.
You could have followed each other on Instagram.
See, meeting someone and the first thing you do with fucking is fucking. I might be a woman in this way. Like I want to get to know you first.
I want to get to know you before you fuck my face.
I want to get to know you enough to where I'm under the impression that there's no chance of us fucking. Like that you're like, oh, this girl is not interested in me.
It is like your fantasy.
And then all of a sudden it's like, hey, I want to put your dick in my mouth. It's like, okay, all right, now my life is exciting. But if it was like the first thing,
what you talk about now.
If it was the first, unless she's like insanely hot or like reasonably hot, I would be pretty happy if a pretty reasonably hot chick went up to me and was like, hey, I want to blow you immediately. I mean, okay.
You would think it was like a sting operation because that never happens.
But I think someone I'm not all that attracted to initially who's not terribly ugly. I think just getting to know them a little more makes them become a little more attractive, and then I would be excited.
I agree with that. Yeah, the more I get to know someone, the more I want to fuck them.
Yeah, This isn't a very offensive take. Maybe we should.
I mean,
it's definitely unfiltered. I feel like I'm being very unfiltered with my
that's dude. I don't like
sexual related emotions.
the only thing I edit out of my shows are like dull moments or like lulls and stuff like that. That's the only thing I edit out. But no, like if I'm like, ooh, that's a little hard. I can't put. Fuck that. I'm gonna post it. I don't care. It's an image. I mean, it's literally in the title.
Yeah. So when are we gonna start recording?
It is. I was like, wait a minute. I have smoked a lot of reefer today.
Please don't.
Did I?
Please don't put up all that stuff I said about OnlyFans. I told my grandma I'm gonna do this.
If I tell you know what, I'm gonna be honest. If push came to shove, if I went to my grandmother, I'm like, listen, times are tough. You know that. You watch the news. You watch the news. You know what's going. The economy. The economy. Starting an OnlyFans.
You would tell your grandma that you were starting an OnlyFans?
If I needed, $50 for a startup, like
well, that's another
for a
thing.
Camera, she would give it to me. If I just, laid the cards out on the table, that's how my grandmother is. I'm like, look, I'm gonna spread my ass cheeks, but I need to buy a camera, and first one's Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Can you hook me up? I will immediately get return on investment immediately.
Yeah. Well, I feel
but can you help me out?
I have no moral qualms with telling my grandma that I'm starting an OnlyFans, that I'm going to be doing all that.
I feel like it was harder to tell my grandmother I was doing comedy.
Yeah. Well, I think it's harder for me to tell my grandma that I am subscribing to other people's OnlyFans.
That's the tougher one.
I'm like, hey, grandma, I just so you know, I've been spending roughly $10 to $30 a month subscribing to OnlyFans accounts. What's OnlyFans, you ask? Well, it's kind of like Facebook, but people get naked on there, and you pay to be their friend so you can see them naked.
That's the best. I mean, that's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
Like
to a grandma.
Right.
Because grandma's no Facebook.
Yeah. Or maybe a child if you had to.
Yeah.
They stumble upon mommy or daddy's computer and then they ask you at Thanksgiving and you're like, uh-oh. Well, that would be a good answer.
Yeah.
That would be a good answer.
Are those questions you have?
They're just little notes.
Little notes?
Oh yeah, pushing the envelope on what you can and can't say. I love doing that.
I never do it. I avoid it. I'm very afraid.
I saw that. The last time I saw you do stand up, I saw you do it right by the book.
Yeah. Well, I think the shows are about having a good time, and I don't want anybody to walk away who didn't have a good time and who got upset.
It literally, it makes me want to quit doing comedy when I see someone who's visibly upset by the stuff that comes out of my mouth.
Yeah.
Because
it definitely makes me feel guilty.
I really want to publicly apologize and quit my job before they fire me. As they should.
Yeah.
As they should.
Yeah.
Maybe
step down from your position.
Maybe jail time. Jail time is probably not off the table. Not off the table.
Yeah.
Because it's not fair to upset somebody that comes out to a comedy club and gets upset. It's not fair.
I agree.
It's last Monday was tough. That was tough.
Yeah, that was a pretty rough open mic.
After that one girl said, "Are you done yet?" I was like, you know what? No, I'm not. It's tough, and it's funny. I feel like whenever quarantine's over, a lot of people, especially TikTokers, are gonna think they can do comedy, and that's gonna be fun to see a 60 deep list on Dead Crow, or at Dead Crow on Thursday.
Yeah.
I actually am kind of excited to see that.
Yeah, well, I'm excited to see that place open again, and I have no idea when that's going to be, but I hope I'm alive for it. I feel like I'm going to drop dead anytime soon.
I'll probably die second wave.
Yeah.
I don't wear a mask. I don't believe in COVID. I don't think it's real.
I
not a real
believe
thing.
I believe in it, and I do believe the mask protects you, but I don't wear a mask because I don't like being alive.
That makes more sense.
Yes.
Actually. I feel like...
And I also, they say it endangers other people, and I don't really care about other people. I don't care about, I don't care about me, so like, how am I supposed to care about other people?
It's damn near impossible.
Yeah.
I don't know why they put the arrows up in the grocery store.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't follow those arrows. I move around the store like a cockroach.
I absolutely love when people get upset and express their viewpoints about masks loudly in a public establishment.
Yeah.
It's literally my favorite thing.
It's very weird seeing the virtue signaling in relation to mask wearing and just like the pandemic in general. Like, it's crazy that it's politicized to me.
It's great. I didn't realize how many doctors I knew. I probably know like 50 medical doctors. It's insane.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know. The past 6 months, I've probably I can count 50 of my good friends that are medical doctors.
Yeah.
And I don't know why they're still living with their parents. They're medical doctors.
Yeah.
Because they post lengthy, viewpoints. Bullet points and stats about the mask and about COVID.
Yeah.
It's insane how many people I know that are doctors.
That seems like a lot. I imagine you're being facetious.
Yes.
They are not.
And more people
actually doctors.
More people need to express their concerns on masks, because I don't think that there's enough information or comments or opinions out on the mask.
Mm-hmm.
So if you would like to send in your opinion, because I can't seem to find any. Days of research, I can't seem to find any comments or any posts or blogs on masks.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do I wear them? Do I not? I don't know. So I just don't.
How many of these podcasts have you recorded so far?
This is my second. Me and Sean were gonna do one, but the microphone cords I had were no good.
Mm.
So this is the second one. That's on the books. Or on the computer.
Okay. And your first one was Tao?
Yeah. That was a 3.5 hour podcast.
Was it really?
Yeah. 3.5 hours.
Wow. What did you guys talk about for 3.5 hours? Must have
all-
been the same thing.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
Human rights, white devils. That was a big topic. That came up a lot.
Uh-huh.
That came up, maybe not enough, but it came up a lot.
Yeah. Well, I was definitely going to bring that up, but
You should.
I don't want you to have 2 episodes in a row. We're just beating a dead horse.
No, I'm gonna scream it into the microphone until people get it.
Yeah.
Everyone needs to apologize. Everyone needs to apologize. And give up their homes. And their jobs.
Yeah, I agree.
Right now. It's not a suggestion. Yeah, I got a good lecture on life.
From Tao?
Yes.
What did you learn? What are your takeaways? Sincerely, don't give me any sarcastic BS.
Right. No, she's got good viewpoints. We're all we're out here in America trying to figure it all out. And you gotta work for it. A lot of people want handouts and want it right now. And we did talk about the cancel culture a lot. That was something that I feel like we're both a little tired of.
Oh, I love it. I mean, part of that, on one level, is really frustrating and annoying. But the other part is like, the more pushback there is to doing offensive humor, and I'm not talking about getting canceled for like actually doing wrong shit. I mean, like dumb canceling, where you're canceled for a joke. You're canceled
a tweet that you made
for your act, or
ago.
some fucking sketch, or or something you said very long ago, and you know, there being just insane repercussions. That part of it is annoying to me, but the more pushback that there is on that kind of humor, in a way, it makes it more fun to do it.
Absolutely.
It's like I wouldn't enjoy telling a rape joke if no one cared. You know what I mean? Like if it was just like, if telling a rape joke had the same emotional effect as telling a why'd the chicken cross the road joke.
It makes people go, huh? It makes people pay attention.
Yes. I mean, well, that's the thing about the taboo things is like, you know, holding people's attention, especially now, is so fucking difficult. Yeah. And if you're kind of talking about nothing, like even if you're telling the raw truth and you're just talking about your day or kind of these banal things, there's people that are wonderful storytellers. Mm-hmm. And they're just captivating. They have a wonderful stage presence and they can get it going. But you know, even with those things, it's hard to hold an audience's attention simply, or with always avoiding these kind of things. You know, like as soon as you go down one of these kind of difficult roads of topics, it grabs people's attention in a way that they're not really capable of fighting. You know what I mean? Like,
it's like an instinctual thing.
Yes, it's like, oh shit, this guy's talking about rape. It's like it's because you're really upset. You want to pay attention. You know it's probably going to upset somebody else. You're paying attention.
You know it's going to be funny, but you want to kind of look around to see how other people are reacting before you can react.
Yeah.
Like, see, I don't really care. If something's funny, I'm going to laugh.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, I know myself. Like, I'm never offended when a topic comes up, and I feel like if you're a comedian, there shouldn't be a topic that offends you. But it's fucking,
you're a hypocrite.
Yeah, well, it is fucking crazy that there is just an influx of comedians who are along, like, of the mentality that you're goddamn right. There's things that are off limits. You're goddamn, and there's always been the comedians that
should never joke about. Insert topic.
Right,
here.
and there's always been the comedians that are like, I personally wouldn't do that.
But I understand this.
But I respect you for doing it, or like I don't think it's off limits. I just don't do it myself. That is completely fine.
I feel like everything should be okay, or nothing should be okay.
Yeah, no, it's as simple. I mean, it's the simple free speech principle. Yeah. It's like if there's any limitation that you think there ought to be on free speech, then you're kind of defeating the whole purpose of the thing. It's not just about the freedom to speak, it's the freedom to think, because they're kind of one and the same. You know, like if you're afraid to say certain things, I don't know, the things sometimes either get trapped in your head in a very unhealthy way, and you ruminate on them in an unhealthy way because you can't speak them out loud, or in some cases you just stop thinking about the thing in general. So like, you know,
you don't progress and grow at all.
Well, I do think that, like, on the subject of again, I'll keep it on like rape jokes. It's like there's people that think you ought to never ever make jokes about rape. And it's not like, and sometimes, you know, I can present the argument, well, you know, sometimes making jokes about things helps people heal. You know, like there's some rape victims that don't want to fucking hear a goddamn rape joke, and they'll have a very terrible negative reaction if they hear the word rape even mentioned.
And I do understand that, but then again, don't come to a comedy club.
Yeah, I mean, if you're like that, maybe make sure the show you're going to is not like a
do your
open mic or I get it, and I don't even want to say something like that either, but because
I don't want to exclude anybody from, you know, going to a comedy club. I would hate to do that, but then again, you know, it's, you know, like you said, do your research. Know knowing who you're going to see. Yeah. Like I said, an open mic, there's no telling what.
Yeah, there's no fucking telling. I think an open mic is probably a bad idea if there's things that are really going to viscerally upset you.
Yeah.
But
if you just lost a parent to, you know, whatever disease, maybe don't go to an open mic the following months.
Yeah, maybe. But and that's that is if you are a person who is sensitive to hearing about, like, you just, you know, and I think that's a mental health claim, by the way. Like, it's like, if your way of coping with traumatic things, whether it is your dad dying, whether it is you being sexually assaulted or anything like that, is to shut it out and not hear about it, good luck to you. Like, it's like, I don't think running away is ever the thing in any sort of coping situation.
And I also get, you know, maybe not everybody wants to joke about it, but like you said, cramming it down and not talking about it or thinking about it isn't probably the healthiest thing to do either.
But as I was saying, so there's some people that are like that. They don't want to fucking hear about whatever it is that irks them. But I think that there's a vast majority of people who have had all sorts of traumatic experiences who do like to hear good jokes about it. And I'm not going to say that, like, just because the joke is talking about rape means it's funny. I've heard so many fucking terrible rape jokes. But I mean, that's the thing. Like, open mic is, I mean, in comedy in general, is like,
you hear a lot of
comedians have to be able to
bad comedy on open mics.
Open mic. Yeah, I mean, it's the fucking place to try shit out. Yeah. And work on it. To say things for the first time and just see how
I don't record too many sets. At an open mic.
But I think, you know, so there's that argument of saying, you know, it's unfair for the people who have had traumatic experiences and like to deal with their trauma through humor and hearing jokes. Jokes in general that have nothing to do with their trauma, and jokes that do deal with their trauma.
Right.
And whether that joke even is a joke which is geared towards having someone see the thing in a better way, or if it's really an inappropriate, terrible joke about the thing. I don't think that really matters. It's the fact that you can hear about it in a way where it is being made fun of or taken lightly, or, you know, just joked about, eliciting a laugh in whatever way that comes about. It doesn't need to be this super complex, you know, woke, analytical sort of thing about a terrible thing.
I don't want to get claps when I'm performing. So many people are, you know, they want to say the right thing, or they want to say the woke thing, that people agree and clap. Like, I don't give a fuck about that. Yeah. To me, having a good set is half the people laughing and the other half of people with their head down like that and shaking their head. Yeah. To me, that's a great fucking night.
Yeah, I think the people with their head down shaking their head is a feature of doing humor in this way that makes the experience even more enjoyable for the people who are already laughing. Like, they get to laugh at the material, and then they get to look across the room
and see the reaction
and see that it is upsetting some people, and it becomes even more enjoyable in this kind of, you know, like sick human nature kind of way. But that's what I really like about humor and comedy in general, is it's like a healthy, fun way tapping into the dark side of human beings,
Mm-hmm.
in its like deepest essence, you know. So a lot of times it is a lot of surface level silly shit that's offensive in no way, but I feel I was going somewhere too with the whole like making the argument about people healing from traumas through hearing jokes about them. But I think what I was saying is it taps into, I don't know, just let it go. Let it go. Just if I think of it.
I mean, there are some things, you know, some jokes that I've been able to laugh about. You know, I've been through my fair share of fucked up shit, and you know, it is nice to be able to hear jokes about that certain specific topic,
Yeah,
and be able to make light of the situation. You know, and over time, you know, I'm able to heal from whatever pain or trauma that I experienced from it through humor.
yeah. I know when my dad died in December, I immediately went on stage and talked about it.
I remember that,
and I felt really good. I had a really good set.
I do. I remember that at the Crow. I think me and Sean were both talking about it. Like, ooh, came a little dark tonight.
Yeah.
But that's that's your way of dealing with things. I mean, I'm the same way. I like go ahead and get it out.
Yeah.
And talking about it.
Yeah. And I think it's fucked up that there are people that think it is the morally correct thing to do to shut that process down, just because they don't like it. And, you know, and I always make this analogy that like offensive humor is like spicy wings, where it's like, imagine, you know, the people that don't like offensive humor, it's like they go to Buffalo Wild Wings and they try the spiciest wing and they can't handle it. Like, you need to take this off the menu or else we're gonna shut this fucking place down. and so no one gets to have spicy wings.
Yeah.
Because these fucking Fruit Loops are coming in here. Like, I don't like spicy wings, and so they shouldn't exist. It's like, just because you don't like it, just don't order them. You know, it's like, you don't have to fucking eat them. And also just the thing, it's like, it's not so terrible to just hear words. Like, even if you don't like them, or they put terrible ideas in your head that you don't want to think about, or images, it's like, words and conversation and communication on a verbal level is our playing field. It's why the importance of free speech and freedom of thought. It's why there needs to be a freedom there. So it's just when you interrupt it for these arbitrary reasons because you're so concerned about people's emotions, and you just think that the consequences of people getting their feelings hurt are so great and need to be amended.
And it is actually a very small group of people, but they make it, you know,
they're very loud. They're small.
They make it seem like it's a majority, and it's fucking not. You ask a random person on the street, and they're like, huh, what? And they don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You know, they make it seem like it's a hot topic and everybody's talking about it. People don't give a fuck.
Yeah. Well, I would also argue too that I think it has historically been a small group, and it's kind of a radical idea. Like, if we're talking about PC culture, like really PC culture in its highest, most radical form is like a radical left idea. And I would say that historically it has been a small portion of people who are relatively loud, but I think that their loudness across social media and the left not really being able to draw a clear line between the radicals and their moderates, like the right can do, is causing a problem to where that group is no longer as small as it used to be, and it's actually expanding quite rapidly right now.
I actually do see that. Like, it is, if you're a reasonable, you know, intelligent person and you can think for yourself, you can tell the difference. But, you know, the way they put it out on the media and stuff, it's like there is not really a line on the left. From the radicals that, you know, smash windows to just, you know, moderate liberals. Yeah, well, but you can definitely, like, you know, you see the far alt-right as Nazis and white power. But you can also see the right where it's, you know, moderate side. Yeah, and I think the right draws a very clear line between their moderates and their radicals, where it's like,
you know, I have these very normal conservative
Because
ideas.
they actually put down
like,
the
well, are you a
ideas.
Nazi? Like, no, I am definitely not a Nazi, and there is something wrong with being a Nazi. I detest Nazis. Or on the left is like,
It's
you
like,
know,
the people will figure it out, you know, amongst
yeah,
themselves.
yeah, it
And
really,
you're like,
it really
what?
is. Well, it's this idea.
Are we
It's-
not using common sense anymore?
It's like I've heard multiple reactions to me saying this to some, you know, I guess left-leaning friends of mine who I feel like have become some are not really political to begin with, and some have admittedly become radical. Like they're like, well, and it's because
I feel like they have to.
yeah, well, like I've had varying reactions to the statements I'm making that are like, one, what even is radical left? Can leftists even be radical? Like I've had that reaction. I've had, and then like it kind of explained to whatever degree I can what radical leftist ideology is like, and then it's like, okay, well, I don't even really see what's wrong with that. You know, it's like they don't, like, how can you compare that to Nazis and stuff?
Right,
Yeah,
right.
it's like
it is
they-
kind of weird though.
Like
how,
fascism's terrible. What's wrong with communism? Like they had no idea.
Yeah,
and
it is kind of crazy when you see in like, you know,
socialism is wonderful.
the Pacific North, and you know, they take over a city because they hate Nazis. It's do what we say, we're gonna beat the shit out of you. It's like, wait a minute, isn't that what the Nazis did?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought I was going crazy, but no, that is what it is. Like they're doing the exact same thing that they hate, and it's. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think the right is absolutely batshit crazy too.
Yeah. Yeah. But right now the left is so batshit crazy that it makes the right seem normal.
Right? Yeah.
I think
it does.
Like
It's
I've always
insane.
been.
because I hate choosing sides. It's silly.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I do too. I've always been a left-leaning apolitical kind
Yeah,
of
I've
person.
always, you know,
a few
few years ago,
left-leaning.
I've always like leaned left
Yeah.
on most things. I've always leaned left on most things, but
Yeah.
lately I've started to lean a little right.
Oh,
because of the fucking insanity
Yeah.
that I'm seeing on the left.
Well, what I think is really, I don't feel like I'm necessarily changing. I feel like I'm staying exactly the way I was. I think I'm learning a little more politically.
Mhm.
I think I'm able to
Figuring
carry
out
a political conversation
how
a little,
things are going on.
a little more in depth before I be like,
Yeah.
look, I don't really know about this, and like bow out. And I will say, I still don't really know. Like, I'm not incredibly politically informed on purpose. I don't like investing my psychological space in that garbage.
Yeah,
It is
I
fucking
feel like
terrible.
the
for me.
people that's all they talk about and they invest all their time in it.
Yeah,
they
it's
have
a
nothing else-
lifestyle.
They have nothing else to do.
It is, well,
I don't have that time.
yeah, well, it's a thing that a lot of people, they don't have a religion or don't really take it seriously enough for that to be invested in a way that is manifesting their personality
and they think
makeup,
their senator
and because
or
they
representative
right, and
gives
because
a fuck about
yeah,
them.
and because they don't have that, their political ideology kind of inhabits the their I mean,
they want to
very
feel like
deep level.
everybody wants to feel like they're a part of something.
Yes, whether they know that they want to or not.
Right, exactly.
Yes.
Yeah, everybody wants to follow something. Mass majority of people, unfortunately, that's why you're seeing all this crazy shit going on right now. People can't step back and be like, wait a minute. No, I can think for myself.
Yeah.
You know, don't tell me what I should believe in.
Right. But anyway, I still feel like I've put my stake in the ground of kind of like, this is a reasonable place to be just ideologically in terms of politics and human rights and you know, the way to act with you know, other people, and to the level of openness and that level of rigidity. You know, I feel like I've stayed relatively, I've certainly developed and changed a little bit, but stayed relatively in the same spot. And I feel like the political spectrum has just slid in this way to where like I'm staying in the same place, but because of the way it slid, I'm now like, sure, if I were to tell you what my beliefs were a couple years ago, yeah, you're a moderate left. But if I were to tell you the exact same beliefs right now, you're like, oh, you're a conservative. Yeah.
It's insane.
Yeah.
It's absolutely insane. And I remember a time where politics, you know, people didn't talk about who they voted for, and people didn't ask. You voted who you voted for, and that was that. And, you know, the gap wasn't that far apart. But right now, it is out of control. It is absolutely out of control.
Yeah. I know social media has played a really big role in polarization.
That's very true. I feel like that's when it kind of started coming off the rails a bit with social media.
Yeah.
And it's those goddamn Russian bots.
Russian bots.
The Russian bots. That's what it is. And the Chinese bots.
Yeah. Well, what's fucking crazy is if people were more reasonable and had like a core logic and center in this sort of ideological spectrum, we wouldn't be so affected by these bots that are trying to polarize us. You know what I mean? Like they're not affecting me. Like I don't see bot comments and stuff and go, you know, get upset at those. But I see other people, real people, like even, you know, public figures even, who are subscribing to this batshit radical versions of these ideologies that are a product of Russian bots or Chinese bots
like
that are pushing those ideas out. You know,
the QAnon people crack me up.
Yeah.
QAnon people are, they're brilliant. I really think they're onto something.
Yeah. So I keep hearing QAnon, and I actually don't know. Are they like alt-right or?
They are for Trump, absolutely.
Okay.
They are MAGA hat wearing folks, quite proudly. So I guess if you would put that on the news, it would be alt-right.
So it's like kind of what we were calling the alt-right previously has evolved into QAnon.
They think that...
Are they the same, or is it totally different?
They think the Democrats are taking kids from Epstein Island and eating them to live to be 900 years old.
And you don't think that?
I know that.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't need sources. I just know that. I know that.
Yeah.
Would you like a drink? I'm going to get another one.
No, I still haven't even broken into this water.
Tell you what, I need to put some kind of fan in here. It's hot as fuck in here.
It is a bit toasty.
I would have put a fan in here, but fucking, I'll have to tweak the mics a little bit because the sound will not be as good. I might take a shot of liquor. Would you like one?
No, I'm okay. Thank you. Sorry I don't party, dude.
It's okay, man. It's Friday night. Been at it all week. Time to unwind, as young Jeezy said. I'm paraphrasing, of course, but along the lines of that. I keep the dangerous stuff off to the side. That's that calling Uber home stuff in that bottle.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Was it like absinthe?
No, that's
Moonshine?
that's something that came from the mountains in Appalachia. Got sent down.
So like, what is it?
It's moonshine.
I just said moonshine.
Oh, I didn't know that's what you said. You said it in an accent.
I said absinthe and then I said moonshine.
Oh, I didn't know that's what you said. Yeah, I'm ready for that keg to get put in here. I had the room painted and I redid all the electrical in here. Oh man. You know Tao is co-hosting on Monday? I think she's gonna do a good job. I don't know him that well, but god damn it, his energy is so fucking low. That new kid who's hosting, son of a bitch.
Yeah. I like him.
I mean, I like him. Yeah, I like him as a person, but as a host, he needs to pick the energy up just a tad.
Yeah, well, there needs to be something between him and Sean. Sometimes Sean screams into that mic.
Sean will
and
make
I got fucking tinnitus, and it hurts my goddamn ears.
I love Sean.
But Sean, he does get the energy going.
He does. I love that. And AJ, and like Sean said, he's got the energy of a methadone clinic.
Yeah, AJ is very chill.
That maybe a little too chill. I doubt it would have made a difference with the crowd Monday night, but he needs to pick it up a little bit, I think. I told Tal that. She said she's gonna pick it up a little bit.
Okay. I don't look forward to seeing what she does.
I told her she better pick the energy up a little bit and make it a good show, or I was gonna fucking send her back to Vietnam.
Well. Is that where she's from?
Yes.
Okay.
She is. We actually had a very.
We went to war with those folks.
We did, and we lost. We lost. That's our only loss on our record, I think.
No, we didn't lose. American.
That's fake news. That is fake news. We won that war. No, that's the only loss on our record. We should have a rematch.
Yes.
We should do it like a sneak attack. Like a drone strike. And be like, bam, tag, you're it. I think we can win this time.
Kind of blows my mind.
I think we should blow their country up.
Okay. Now you're speaking my language.
We do. I feel like we need to bomb every country who's ever wronged us, ever, and show them that we're not falling second to China. This is what's happening.
Yeah.
We need to do it tomorrow. We need to do it tomorrow.
Yeah. I don't think we should limit it to just the countries that have wronged us. I think that we should
do the countries
just
that
arbitrarily pick countries.
Keep them on their toes.
That we just don't like the name of.
Maybe like put a bunch of countries. Like
Cameroon, you're getting a nuke.
like write them on a piece of paper and put them in a fishbowl and shake them up and then pick a country out. Or like, Cambodia, you're getting fucked today. Yeah. And we should do that like once a week.
That's what I would do if I was president. I'd have a fishbowl
of just
country
reach out.
Yeah.
And be like, Venezuela? Looks like you are really getting a new economy.
Like, oh, United States. Who put this in here?
That's what I would do. Like, immediately. I wouldn't even wait for inauguration.
Every time I shake, please be Canada, please be Canada.
We know Justin Trudeau, he did do blackface. So,
yeah, exactly. That's why I want to get
He
Canada.
deserves it.
Yeah.
His apology means nothing to me.
That's right.
Nothing to me. Absolutely nothing. That's why we need to bomb them. We need to cut all ties with Canada, matter of fact. They're getting they're a little too comfortable up there. They're a little too comfortable up there.
Yeah. I have to stop the joke because I actually know a fair amount of Canadians I really like.
They can come here, but we should send a bunch of
Yeah,
hours.
we should get all the good Canadians.
We should
get all 5 of the good Canadians.
We should do like a like the New York Yankees, like how they used to trade back in the day, how they would just rape people on deals and just get all the good players.
Ooh, please don't say rape around me.
Are you triggered? I'm sorry.
Yes.
No, we should send Canada some of ours. We should definitely send Canada some of ours. Probably fat people. Definitely fat people. Definitely fat people. Definitely fat people. They don't use high fructose corn syrup in Canada, do they?
I have no idea.
I know they don't in England or London. I worked with a guy, and he always would talk shit about high fructose corn syrup.
Yeah.
And then I would say, shut the fuck up. We're number one.
High fructose corn syrup is pretty bad.
It is pretty bad. He was right about that, but I can't tell him that because I'm an American. 1776 was a long time ago. It is fucking hot in this room.
Did you want to also go for 3.5 hours on this?
No.
Okay.
We're at 50 minutes right now.
Okay. It's a pretty good amount of time.
Yeah.
Sorry I didn't have more energy.
Yeah, I wasn't bouncing off the walls either, but it's fine. That's some good
I feel like we made a whole lot of progress.
Yeah, absolutely.
We said words to each other.
Hopefully we'll upset some people. She asked me, she goes, how long are you going to do this? I'm like, probably until I get banned. Most likely. I'll say the one thing where it was like, whoops, shouldn't have said that.
Yeah.
And then that'll be the end of the show.
I don't think you'll get banned. If you're putting it on YouTube.
Yeah, and Spotify.
Yeah, I don't think they'll come after you.
Good. Yeah, just me and all of my 3 followers.
It certainly works for me having a very small audience. You know, it's very rare
I'm used to it.
that I actually
Recently.
have a scandal that gets something removed. It's usually because I bring it on, like I put Taylor Swift's name in the track, in the track title.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I tell you what, speaking of talking of corporate names, I don't even know if they're corporate. I hope they're not. They shouldn't be that good. But Five Guys, the restaurant, let me tell you something. Don't never go there. Don't never go to Five Guys.
Okay.
Ever. Man. Alright, so I went in there I was gonna go to Chick-fil-A, but the line was wrapped around the fucking building. And I was like, dude, fuck that shit. So Five Guys is right there. I'm like, oh, I've never been there before. I bet it's good. I go in there, and they only have hamburgers and hot dogs. And I had cheeseburger the night before. So a single hot dog was $7. Not like a jumbo, just a regular single hot dog was $7. And it didn't come with fries and a drink. That was just for the fucking hot dog. Fries were like $4, $3.50, $4. And I got a drink, which was like $2.50 or $3. So like $10 for like a regular hot dog and a drink. It was one of the worst hot dogs I ever had in my life. I was so goddamn mad when I left there. So I've been telling everybody that the owner of Five Guys likes to fuck kids.
Okay.
And I don't know if it's true or not, but people don't care these days.
Yeah, I know. I certainly don't.
And people don't fact check shit. I tell people that.
Well, that's the other thing too, and this is jokes aside. When someone says, "Yeah, I'll have to fact check that," it's
They
like,
never do.
Well, even if you do, what are you doing to fact check it? Because it's just like the multitude of information that's out there. Even if you get a reliable source, I just I don't know how people can be so certain that a source is reliable.
Yeah.
Because there's just even reliable, like peer-reviewed studies have all sorts of flaws in them.
Especially forums. You go on forums and you see some very informative stuff. like I said, I know a lot of doctors, a lot of medical doctors. You know, they say yes, it is safe to smoke an Oxycontin. These are certified medical doctors online telling me this.
Yeah.
So I know it's safe.
Well,
it's been fun.
It's been fun.
I'm glad you stopped by. We have definitely been unfiltered and offensive.
Which I think I kept it pretty tame.
We actually did keep it pretty tame for the most part.
Yeah.
Compared to what we could have been, compared to what we have been.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I feel like we have kept it within the guidelines.
Yeah. Well, you know, my heart's changing, man. I don't wanna upset folks anymore.
You're turning the page.
That's right.
We're just gonna start.
I had no idea the name of this podcast. If I knew, I would have said, "Heavens, no." I'm not your guy.
But thank God.
That's right, God.
Thank God.
Thank God and Jesus Christ. So I believe
that
it.
you stopped by and went against your beliefs.
That's right.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. It's not all cute.
Okay. Oh yeah, dude. I'm sorry, man. I feel like I'm having like a caffeine crash.
Oh, you're good.